Hello, and welcome to a rather delightful Idle PodThing. We're gathered around to tell stories. Sam has set a lovely fire in the middle of the studio, and
It's so hot here. It's
so
ridiculous.
Hot.
In the midst of sending an email to the fire department.
Yeah, an email. It's the best way to go about it.
I'm imagining us being in a cozy little cottage.
We are in a cottage.
We are in a cottage. I'm sitting on a rocking chair, and I'm sat here for so long that my ass is now shaped like wicker.
I'm sat on a little Shetland pony whose name's Paul.
Can we speak to Paul? And we're also joined by another Sam.
Sam, not Dave.
Sam, not Dave. What are you sat on?
I'm sat on your lap.
Oh, how did I not notice?
Oh, yeah.
You're just so light. It feels just like a blanket. And finally, I'm doing the introductions this time.
Oh.
We're also joined by Faith.
Hello.
And you're sat upon
I'm just comfortably sat on the floor.
on the floor.
Stone cold tile.
Yeah.
It goes well with the crackling heat of the fire. It's ambient.
It's nice.
Mm.
The weird thing is that the floor is wet.
Yeah,
I don't know why you've
sorry,
chosen. That was you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think Paul might have had a part to play in that as well.
It was a team effort.
he's all over the place.
Oh, you pranksters. Faith and Paul. We're going to be calling this episode Not Max's Story, because it's the one episode we tell stories.
It's time for a podcast. Yes, without Max. Finally. Yeah.
Let's see the theme song. Ready? Not Maximilian, not Dennis, not Patrick, not
Ponsonby.
Ponsonby. It's not Max's story. Are you sitting comfortably? It doesn't matter either way. Oh, yes.
I used to be a real mischief causer.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I can see it.
Yeah, me. I'm here. I'm causing havoc.
Yeah.
Back in my school days, I used to play a prank or two. One of my best pranks of all time. There were these posters up in school of famous faces in technology. You know, it had all the people: Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Alan Turing.
Yeah. Florence Nightingale.
She did nothing with technology.
She had a lantern.
Nikola Tesla.
He was there,
Nice.
and I thought, "There's a space missing there."
Yeah.
Took a picture of me, high quality, good background, and we put my name, Sam Strong, and then what was my accolade? Inventor of the world's smallest printer. We decided.
Oh, wow.
And then there was a picture of the world's smallest printer, we just got a normal printer.
Okay.
A picture of a normal printer. And
Yeah.
we shrunk it down and put it next to
No.
the size of a normal
What?
printer.
You fiend.
And then we put it up there, and it was a hell of a mission. We paid to get it printed in A3. So I've got 10 copies of these still.
Clearly not using your own invention.
Well, it only doesn't print in A3.
No, exactly.
Prints stamps.
Right.
Yeah. And we snuck into school. Not really. We just came into school like we were supposed to. We waited for there to be no teachers around, hopped on my friend's shoulders and put it up. And then every single time we walked past, I go, "Look, that's me." And all the kids would laugh. And then the teachers never noticed.
Ever.
No.
Wow.
And so it was a really underwhelming prank because like nothing ever. And then I finished school and I was like, "Have you seen that? That's a picture of me." And my teacher went, "Didn't even notice."
I love the idea
It was
that
really underwhelming.
that it's still there and there's a kid there and that kid will come to Bath and they'll be walking around and they'll see you and they'll be like, "Oh my God. Time travel exists."
He invented the world's smallest printer. What a
And time
hero.
travel.
It'd be a real shame if he tried to write his dissertation on you.
Yeah.
He just
Pick someone from the wall.
But he prints it out on a stamp.
Yeah. Like in 50 years' time, like he is in a basement and he's like a conspiracy theorist. Like, whatever happened to Samuel Strong, the inventor of the world's smallest printer?
You need to start leaving more of those, I think. Maybe don't stop the prank. That was the problem.
Yeah.
You didn't go hard enough with the world's smallest printer. You need to make it truth. You need to
Go
convince
out there and
everyone.
make a new printer.
I should make the
real.
world's smallest printer.
You should make the
You
world's
should.
smallest printer.
Wow. I think I found a goal in life.
Lord knows
Calling.
comedy's not getting you anywhere.
No, it's not. and neither is making the world's medium-sized printer, which is my current job.
No.
I've got to say that my story is more a story of revenge, deceit, wrath. So maybe a bit darker
Wrath
than.
was a step up.
I'm quite scared.
I haven't heard wrath since like the 1910s.
When you were born.
When I was
Oh.
So the victim of this sort of prank, however, you won't feel sorry for him once I describe the sort of person that he was. You know, the sort of people that, like, I'm a smoker every now and then. My friend was not a smoker, but every time I was there, he'd always like to ask, "Oh, can you always crash him cigarettes?" And it got to a point where you can just buy your own. This is happening a bit often, but I obliged. I went with it. It even got to a point because I was actually underage smoking at this point. We would like steal cigarettes from my mum. I
Oh,
know, but I would like take like straight cigarettes from my mum's like box. And I would like steal some like for him as well, just because I wanted to be cool. So this guy though, once I don't know what he did, but he really pissed me off, and I was unhappy. I was so unhappy. I began my plot of revenge. So what I decided to do, which in hindsight was really risky, but it was I happened to be walking past the hospital. There's always an abundance of cigarette sort of butts outside hospitals. And I thought, you know what? Instead of giving you one of my hard-earned stolen cigarettes, I'm just going to pick up as many from outside the hospital, like a little, bingo of disease
A
possibilities.
pick and mix of cigarettes.
Okay, yeah.
It's like an experiment, if you will. So I picked up as many as I could that looked like, I've not finished here, you can have it. And so the next time I saw him, and he just thought everything was fine, he asked me for a cigarette. I gave him one of the, oh yeah, you can, all of these, I didn't finish them, you can have them. And just sort of smiled and smirked as he like smoked his way into an early grave.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Did I ever tell him? No, I didn't.
It feels like you've committed a war crime or like something really fucking horrible.
Yeah,
I'm genuinely. You need to talk to this guy. He could be like living with
It
like
was
stage
years
4
ago.
gonorrhea or something.
It's so much planning, right?
There was
Yeah.
planning. I planned the right time to walk to the hospital after rush hour.
What?
Said
Oh
me.
my gosh.
Just make sure the most amount of cigarettes had been smoked.
Yeah, so I could pick of the litter. One could say.
I'm glad no repercussions have
Got
occurred for.
scot free.
Hang on, there's someone at the door.
Open up! Open up!
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
It's
Oh
the
shit!
fuzz.
You! Oi!
Rosses! I ain't going back to jail.
We got one thing to say to you, laddie. We don't like the things you've been doing. We don't like the things you're admitting to. And we think you deserve a long, long time in jail.
Sorry, Jeff's doing an acting course at the moment. He's really trying to put his work in. But you were coming down the neck with me.
And me as well. You can come down, spend a long, long time in the dark, dark places so you don't see the sunshine fine for a long time.
You're not bad, Jeff. I've got to say.
Thank you so much. Actually, I've been really trying to do
You
that
have
voice for
been,
a
haven't
long
you?
time. So I actually appreciate that. Sort of any feedback from me, just someone a
Jeff.
bit from the
I mean,
crowd.
I'm pretty shook. So
Do you want to just wheeler off?
All right, mate. Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'll-
yeah.
if I could just
wheel
get
off.
some reviews from the audience, and I'll just come and meet
Oh,
you out there.
Are you guys in the middle of recording the podcast at the moment? I think Jeff will be brilliant.
Is it
for this.
alright if I just jump on? I got some characters I could
yeah,
do, so
sure,
I think
Jeff.
He's
yeah,
bloody
yeah.
brilliant. All right,
Yeah.
Faith, come on.
oh man.
You're going away for a very, very,
Oh.
very long time.
So Jeff, could you tell me one of your other characters?
Or I could just sort of give a selection for you.
Okay.
So I do. I can do mean reptile. I've got this great character, which is sort of this. It's an amateur bike rider who's afraid of the dark. And I've also got this man who cannot get off stilts.
Can we hear the man who can't get off stilts?
Yeah, sure. Whoa! My God! I've been on these stilts for 7.5 years. It's crazy, man. I haven't been able to ride a single roller coaster in all these times. I used to love riding roller coasters.
Okay. Let's hear it. What are your other characters? Give us some more.
This is my reptile.
Oh my word! Yeah.
That's one of my best ones, actually.
All right, Jeff. You better go out and wheel Faith off.
Yeah, I tied her
Um,
down to the.
Yeah, I see her in a straitjacket like Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, so ridiculous. Thanks so much for letting me on the podcast. If you'd just like to follow me at Jeff the police officer /actor, I'd really appreciate that.
Oh, fantastic.
Cool, Jeff.
It's been brilliant having you, mate.
See you, Jeff.
Wow.
Goodbye, mate.
That
And
was
Sir Geoffrey Rush, I think, who's recently got into a role as a Scottish police
he's a
officer.
method actor.
Yeah, he is.
Oh. I was working in London as an office assistant, which, by the way, great fun.
Is it?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
It was
sarcasm doesn't quite transfer.
Sam was like, I found my calling.
I was like, love officers,
Assistant.
love assistants.
Staples? Tell me more.
Yeah. Hole punch. You ever seen a 4-hole puncher? They're mental.
Oh my god.
It does all 4
What?
holes at the same time.
4 holes?
Yeah.
Guys, are we nerds?
Yes.
Okay, so
So
I don't think you have to be a nerd to like hole punchers. I would say it.
I just think you have to be,
Really?
an office supply enthusiast.
Yeah.
And that's not nerdy. That's just efficient
David
and
Beckham
organised.
loves a good binder.
really, does he?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know you knew David Beckham personally.
Met him at the office.
Could you
Stationary Lovers
could you-
Convention
could you-
2020.
could you call David now?
Yeah.
Could
I'll
you
ring
call
him up.
David?
I'll ring him up. I got speed dial 3 because of his favourite numbers 3. Beep.
All right, Sam.
Oh, hello, Dave.
Well,
It's been a while.
it has been right. Yeah, sure. I'm a bit busy at the moment trying on my new underwear range, but I love stationery. I love hole punchers. I love staplers. I love binders and dividers. I love permanent markers. I love pencils. I love HB.
I'm going to end the call.
Yeah,
I've-
please.
I love highlighters.
David.
I love A4. I love A3. I love A2. I love A1. I love A5. I love A6. I'm so rich, I had A25 made.
Did you use Sam's smallest printer?
I have indulged myself in one of Sam's tiny printers. They're called tinters. And I've got my own little Sam Strong branded tinter. And I like to make my own little stamps. And I like to get little stamps. And I put little bits of stationery on the stamp. So I have a little stamp and it's got drawing pins. And I got a little stamp and it's got split pins.
Sam,
And I got a little stamp and it's got...
End the call, man.
I'm just going to throw my phone out the window.
Please.
Gone.
Pencil sharpeners.
Shutting the window. Oh my god, that guy doesn't have to talk. I thought-
Dude.
He just loves stationery.
He does.
So, this was my job. I was an office assistant and I was on my way home from work. And when I was on my way home from work, I had to walk from the office to the train station and then I had to get on a train and then I went home. But this particular day, I was walking through the underpass and then when you get to the underpass, there's a set of stairs. And I knew what time my train came at. My train came at 5:52. And if I didn't get that train, I had to wait until the next one, which was in another half an hour, which if you've ever had to wait at a train station on your own, is boring. So I was running up the stairs. And when you run up the stairs, if you turn...
So you were running late?
Yeah, I was running late for the train, but I knew that if I ran, I would make the train.
Yes.
And I was sort of looking, I was running up the stairs and I was looking over my shoulder because when you, behind, on the other side of the stairs, you can see the train tracks and there's only 2 platforms, so you know if your train's there or not. And I was turning around and as I turned around, I hit something. I got to the top of the stairs and I had bumped into a lady about 60 years my senior. And she fell to the floor.
Oh no.
No, but because of her age, it gets worse.
Oh no.
She didn't put her arms out, so she landed face first on the floor. She didn't move for about 30 seconds. By this point, a group had formed around her to see if she was okay, and all you saw...
They thought it was Fight Club. Die.
There was just one guy placing bets.
Yeah.
Just like, £4.50
Maybe-
if she gets up.
I think we have a recording on YouTube of this fight, actually, of Sam Not Dave versus the elderly lady. What was her name?
Beryl.
Beryl.
Oh, Beryl! Which one of them idiots knocked me over?
Wasn't me, love.
I think it was you.
Yeah, right, it was me, love.
You want to fight?
Let's do it.
I'm throwing a punch. This is how to do a punch on a podcast. I'm throwing a punch.
A punch is hitting my
punch.
face. A punch is hitting my face.
Punch. Uppercut.
A punch is hitting my chin.
I'm hitting your nose. I'm hitting your nose. I'm
A punch is
hitting
hitting
your
my nose. A punch is hitting my nose.
Here we go.
I'm getting out a chainsaw. I'm getting out a chainsaw. Rum, 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 rum. Rum, 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 rum.
I'm running away.
And it was at that point I decapitated her.
I've lost my head. I've lost my head. I don't know where my body is. I've lost my head.
I'm getting a stapler. Oh, look, there's David Beckham. He's coming after me again. I'm going to staple your vagina.
What? Oh my god, I did not staple her vagina.
Curse you, improv gods! Curse you!
It really hurts. It really hurts.
You know what you have to do now? He's stealing my vagina. He's stealing my vagina. Oh, Beryl.
Adam looks like a cherry tomato.
Oh, Beryl.
He's stapling my vagina. Staple my vagina. He's stapling it up. He's stapling it up. David Beckham recommends a different type of staple. David Beckham. Ooh. So the lady's on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No staples in sight.
No staples in sight, unfortunately. David Beckham was nowhere to be found.
Wow.
Unfortunately. But a group had formed there, and she was just lying there, and blood sort of started trickling out. And at
Like
which
in a
point,
film.
Like in a film. And in my head, I thought, I've killed this woman. I've actually killed someone.
And we've just joked about it.
Exactly.
This podcast is in memory of Beryl.
Oh, baby, if you know what's worse, totally random moment, of course.
How much pee do you reckon you could fit in a bowling ball? Like if you hollowed it out and just used it as like a bowl.
Well, let's try now.
I reckon
it's
there's-
today's How Much Pee Can You Fit in a Bowling Ball? And he's still going. This is an incredible effort by Young Strong. He's filling the bowl. He's filling the bowl. I can see it splashing over the sides, but he's still not reached his maximum. And his penis has got stuck in the ball again. You'd think this would impair him for life, but Strong seems to have turned his attention to the bowling alley. He's approaching the pins. My God, he couldn't, could he? He scored a strike!
So good, Jamaica. See you in 4 years, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Oh, baby, if you know what's worse, totally random moment, of course.
They call me Grand Adam, which is their genius invention of taking the word granddad and Adam and figuring out they can make it Grand Adam. Just top
It's very smart.
quality.
It's very smart.
So I've thought about trying to lose this tag. So in first year, I decided I would go to a concert. So I got an email and it said Billy Joel is coming to Manchester. Now I'm a big BJ fan. I mean Billy Joel fan, and I do that so many times. I'm a big Billy Joel fan, and so I thought, right, I should go to Manchester. Should I? Or maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I said to one of my flatmates, I said the tickets are coming 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's when they're going to be open. I'm going to have to be there quick. I'm going to get tickets. She said, okay, do it. It'll be fun. But get 2 tickets. You always get 2 tickets. And I'm like, why do you always get 2 tickets? That seems absurd. I can just go on my own. It was fine. It's only Manchester. So the next morning I wake up at 8. I get myself a ticket in the back of the stadium. I mean, when I say back, I mean back to the wall, literally, at the back of the stadium, okay? And so the day comes around and I've bought my train journey all the way to Manchester. It's about 4 or 5 hours. So I get on the train on my own.
Who'd you
and
sit
I'm
next
very-
to?
All right, mate. Going up to Manchester.
Yes, I am, sir, I am.
You're gonna go see BJ? By any chance? I've seen a few people on this train going up there. What is it, Billy Joel?
Billy Joel. I'm going to go and see Billy Joel. He's a wonderful fella, and I'm going to go and enjoy his music. In the north, which I've never been to before, I hear it's a magical land. You sound like you're there yourself.
Yeah, but we don't appreciate it when people call it the north. It's
Okay.
a bit...
What's
it's
the
like,
preferred term?
Well, just the place that you're going to. How would
Interesting.
you like it if I said, "Oh, bro,
Okay.
you from the south"? No, it's
Fair
roots.
enough. I'm very excited to be going to Hooligan Central, and I
Much better.
cannot wait to enjoy the delights of said culture. Curry pasties, lovely thing in Manchester.
Deep fried Mars bar.
I'm going to Old Trafford Football Stadium, famous home of Mr. David Beckham, stationary expert extraordinaire. So that's how it went on the train. I
Yeah.
met this lovely Phil.
You got
I
that.
love
That
this-
conversation lasted 4
yeah,
hours.
I talked to that 4-year-old for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And now, I never booked a combination of rooms or whatever before, but I booked a room above a pizza restaurant right in the roughest part of Manchester you can imagine. So I get to Trattoria's Italian restaurant in Manchester, and I meet the owner.
It's me, the Pizzarella Steriano. What can I do for you? You want a pizza? I get a pizza, little pasta. I don't do pasta. I just do pizza. It's a little pizza. It's a big pizza, small pizza, cheese. You get tomatoes and basil. I love the basil. Olive oil.
Okay. So you must be Daryl then.
Yes, born and raised in Manchester. This accent is just for show. You see,
Okay, Darryl.
I'm a born and bred Manchester.
So I've booked a room. I don't know if you've got it on the system.
Just let me just check. Beep, beep, beep. Touching the pizza. The pizza is the computer.
Okay,
And then,
Daryl.
it seems like I got the room. I got his name. His name is Old Man Hodge.
Well, no, not quite that. I see one of my friends booked that for me. It's a little joke of theirs, Daryl. I'm sure you've got many jokes in your culture.
Yes, how about this joke? That the
Okay.
pizza is burnt.
All right.
And now I'm just putting the grasshoppers on the pizza.
Okay.
I catch them in the field myself.
Oh, really? How do you catch your grasshoppers,
I
Daryl?
just open my mouth and I just make the noises of the grasshopper.
Oh.
Like these.
Wow. How long do you spend in the field catching the
I
grasshoppers?
go about 2 to 3 days a week and then I come back and I open them. Would you like one of my specials? It's the grasshopper pizza. They jump off your mouth. They jump off the plate.
Oh, no, I don't need an interactive pizza. So, Daryl shows me up to my room.
It's right behind the ovens. If you just like to climb past the oven, they're quite hot, so not touch them. And here is your room. Don't mind the grasshoppers. They're there for tomorrow.
This is where you keep the grasshoppers. Great.
I'll eat the free-range grasshoppers. It says on the sign.
Okay, well, I guess I'll make do. So I make do, and I get all my stuff out. I'd made myself a lunch, which was cold pasta.
Cannot believe you're eating the cold pasta in front of me, a poor bred Mancunian who makes pizza his whole life. Can
I'm
you
so
not? You
sorry.
know, this
Okay,
is an
Darryl.
abomination. But I tell you what, I'm not giving you a free pizza because you insulted my grasshopper noise. So here you go, eat it.
And he spat out a grasshopper right on my foot. Okay, so Daryl left. I got in another taxi, and I made my way to the stadium.
Hey, how you doing? You trying to go to the taxis?
You all right, mate? You sounded a little out of it.
I'm just driving you to where you need to go these days. It's fine. Just get you where you need to go.
Okay, I'd like to go to Old Trafford Stadium,
I was
please.
driving saying you go which side is right.
Excuse me, what was that?
You mean by my accent?
Maybe you take that deep fried Mars bar out of your mouth. I mean, you're doing nothing for stereotypes.
Hello there.
This is so much better.
Where can I take you to today?
I'd love to go to Manchester United's football stadium.
Oh, I can get there very quickly.
Oh, you can?
It's
That's
actually across the
wonderful.
road. I can't believe you need a taxi for this, but I'll take you there anyway because I'm in short of money. I do eat about 11 deep-fried Mars bars a day.
Oh, really? To keep you
Let's
energy?
go. We're here.
Lovely. It was such an efficient service.
That
and
will be
polite,
£85.19.
But expensive, yet worth it.
We sat in here talking with the meters running the whole time.
Yeah, we talked about so many things. We talked about...
I don't think that Germany did much towards the war effort.
They didn't, did they? It's almost like they didn't want us to win.
It's ridiculous,
It's
actually.
strange. I go to the stadium, and this is where I start thinking something's up here. I thought I'd do something cool and hip and go to a concert. Everybody, and I'm not exaggerating there, everybody there was over the age of 60. There were just
Oh.
60-year-old couples. Just everybody was 60. Okay, it's a slow. I was like, this crowd's moving very slow, and I looked up and I went, that would be why.
Oh,
Oh
no.
dear.
That's bad.
Everybody's- Okay.
Were you there with your glow sticks and your like,
Yeah,
oh, your luminous headbands?
with my nitrous.
Yeah. Anyone want one? Come on, darling. You look right to go.
£1 a balloon.
£1 a balloon. Pills. Anyone need pills?
Werther's. Anybody want Werther's? Right, so we're getting ready to go in. And I'm like, this is taking ages. It's not long till it's starting. And they're doing the security checks because it wasn't long after the Ariana Grande thing, right? So it was only a few months after that. So they've got big security checks. But they're all people over 60. There's an 80-year-old woman with a Zimmer frame and she got tapped down in case she was a terrorist. They took her to one
Wow.
side because it sets off the metal detector because she's got a Zimmer frame and they're tapping her down.
You never know. She could have been packing.
Yeah.
That could have been. She could have been using the Zimmer frame.
Could have been 4 knives
Exactly.
in
could
the
have been.
frame. Could have been.
We get into the stadium. Okay, everybody gets in the stadium. And like I say, it was the worst seat ever. My back is against concrete. It's against the back of the stadium.
So you
That's
weren't
how
hot.
far back. No, but knees are jammed in. My legs are so far folded under, it's almost like I look like a grasshopper.
Oh.
I'm sure your
Um,
knees probably felt better than the rest of the audience.
Yeah, that is also true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the concert starts, and there's a bit in the concert where Billy Joel looks at the bit that we are in the stadium, and he goes, "Look at those people. Those are some shit seats." It's really not the popping experience I thought.
No.
Right. Then these people come and sit next to me, and there's another young guy. He's the only young guy in there, and he's sat
No
next to me,
way.
and we're looking at each other like, oh dear God. And I thought he was a kindred spirit.
Mm.
But then when Billy Joel was playing Vienna, he said, "Oh, this is from the 52nd Street album." It's not. It's from The Stranger. Idiot. So the weirdest bit of the concert is, it was about a month after Father's Day, so he thought it was about Father's Day. So he played a PowerPoint presentation that his crew had clearly made for him. But Billy Joel is 70 years old.
Mm-hmm.
All his crews started about the same time as him, so they're the same age. Right, so he says, I'm going to play a PowerPoint presentation while I play New York State of Mind. Gorgeous song. I'm going to play the PowerPoint, right? So I'm thinking, oh, he's going to show loads of pictures of him and his father. I'm a big BJ fan. I know that he's had a troubled relationship with his father. He walked out on him when he was younger.
Wow.
Okay, it's where the art
Oh.
comes from.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from
Yeah.
The
pain.
best art is truth.
Art is
Exactly.
pain.
Art is pain.
So I think this is going to be lovely. Instead, he says, so I'm going to show some pictures of my kids for Father's Day. I'm almost like, that's
Ooh,
weird.
Is
He's a
he a
father.
father?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But
Well, to
the
have
thing about
kids,
you
you
should know
probably-
about Billy Joel is, being the rock star Lothario he is, he's got one daughter who's almost 40 and one who's about 3 months old at this point.
Oh, wow.
so,
What?
So, yeah. So he starts a song, do 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 do. Right, I'm loving it. And the first picture comes up. Oh, it's lovely daughter. Okay, his older daughter. Then one of his younger daughter. That's lovely. And then one of both of them together. And then it's the same first picture of his older daughter. And then it's the same first
three
picture of his younger
pictures.
daughter. Just 3 pictures
Oh,
of his
no.
kids. And New York State of Mind, if you know, is about a 7-minute song
Oh, dear.
with a long improvised saxophone solo that goes on a bit. And there's a point when he's playing it where I see him just look up to the PowerPoint. Like, I swear I've seen this one before. And it's not like even the picture was like filling the screen. Like you see the white PowerPoint background.
God.
That is the
behind it.
worst thing.
And it's like he's a multi-millionaire in Old Trafford Football Stadium. It's the worst PowerPoint.
Yeah.
So anyway, the whole time, now I enjoy the concert, but the whole time I'm thinking, dear God, I'm on my own. I've got to get back in the middle of Manchester. I didn't arrange a taxi. I don't know where that's going, so I'm just going to have to call a taxi and hope they can get to me. Traffic's going to be terrible. Everyone's coming out the stadium. So I walk down the road a bit and I walk to this Tesco Express. And this point, it's about 11 o'clock at night. I
Quick
call up
check.
my taxi driver. Ring, ring. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing? This is
I'm
a
doing-
Manchester Taxis. How can I help you today?
Hi, it's Adam from earlier. You
Oh,
might
the
remember.
weird one that talked to me about war.
Oh, I don't know. I thought we were getting on, but okay. I was wondering if you could pick me up from the Tesco Express opposite the Mexican restaurant, just by Old Trafford Stadium. if that would
Oh,
do.
yes, I know it so well. That's where I buy my Werthers from.
Okay. How long will the wait be?
About 45 to an hour.
Oh, okay. Where are you at the moment?
Old Trafford Stadium.
Okay. Why is it going to take so long?
I don't want to move yet.
Why not, Philip?
I quite frankly find you so annoying.
So I waited for the 45 minutes, and Philip still didn't show. So you know what? I phoned up my taxi again. Hello, Philip. Are you there?
Is it you again?
Yeah. You
Getting
said.
a bit impatient now.
Yeah, but you said you were going to be 45 minutes, and you're still not here. Why haven't you moved?
Well, I guess I just had a nap, actually. I was listening to Billy Joel, and he did a quiet one.
Did it? A fart.
A quiet one. A quiet fart, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And it was so soothing. I just thought,
Really?
wow.
Did you have a PowerPoint presentation of butts
Yes.
with only 2 pictures?
And you know
Just
that
both cheeks.
it was. You've seen it. It's great. It's a great PowerPoint.
Okay, well, can you come and pick me up now, please?
No.
No, again. Why not? I'm waiting. Now it's almost midnight. I need to get back. Come on, this is the north. I know we're not meant to call it that, but there are hooligans around up here. I've heard about it.
Fine. 15 minutes. I'll try and get to you.
All right. So I wait 15 minutes and he's still not showing up. So I think, well, I'll allow him a bit more time. So I leave it another hour. Now it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. It's in the middle of Manchester. There are shouts and noises like in the middle of a horror movie in a forest.
I just knocked an old lady over.
They are the sound.
Broke her nose, yeah.
The sounds of my nightmares. Okay? So
Adam, your hair, you're bald.
so
Billy Joel shit.
these are very personal insults that I'm hearing.
You've wasted a lot of money on, quite frankly, an underwhelming experience.
I'll be honest, these sounds sounded a lot like you two guys. But obviously you wouldn't have been in Manchester.
I hate Billy Joel.
Yeah. Yeah, toes. Yeah, it's not like
The
I was
stranger
the other guy
what?
sat next to him.
So I call up Philip one more time. Ling ling.
Hello.
Hi, Philip, mate.
Is it you again?
Yes, well, you've about 2 hours I've been waiting now. What are you up to?
I was having a kebab.
A kebab?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a long queue.
Philip, can you please just come and pick me up?
Look, for you, I will.
Thank you, Philip. And he never showed. So I ended up running out into the street and having to stop a guy, right, in a taxi. And I said, can you take me somewhere? And he went, all right. He takes me back to Trapatoria's, right?
I've been waiting for you. I've been sick. I've been worried for you.
Grasshoppers are losing their minds.
They miss you. They said you sing sweet, sweet music. It helps them to get to sleep at night. By the way, I speak grasshopper. That was one of them saying, we miss you.
I do love those grasshoppers. I've grown fond. Can I take some back with me, actually?
It costs us, I have to put them on a pizza for you. I cannot sell them on
Okay.
alone. It's our health and safety.
Fine, Daryl. Okay. I'm just going to call my mum because she said, hang on a minute. I don't have my phone on me. Is it in my bag? Is it in... I
You
don't have my
lost your
phone at all.
phone?
Oh my God, I've left it in the back of that taxi.
Oh, no.
I don't even know what the taxi company was because it wasn't Philip's services, Philip E. Esquire Taxis. It wasn't them.
I know him so well. He's a lovely man.
No, he's not. Why does everybody keep saying that?
We've had varying experiences.
Okay, so Daryl goes back inside to tend to his grasshoppers.
I've got to see my grasshoppers. They said they need some milk.
Okay.
They said the
Okay.
milk is delicious. They like it when it is warm.
Okay, Daryl.
Don't worry, the fact that I am naked is because it gets everywhere. You need to scrape it off.
Okay. So
It's not that weird. I don't understand.
Daryl finally goes back inside. So I'm going up to the restaurant and I can hear a party going on inside. And as I'm going, this guy who I don't want to say I had a view of a stereotypical northerner, but but this guy walks up, right? And he's a skinhead and he's a very big man in a suit and he's got 2 cigarettes in his hands. This is exactly what he said to me. He said, yeah, this is my party. I've just got out of a 10-year sentence.
Oh my
Okay?
gosh.
So he's having a party for get out of prison. And I was
Wow.
staying above this guy on my own in the north. Okay. So I go inside and there's a lot of very rowdy people in there shouting all kinds of things.
I see you mean the man at the pizza. We can make a grasshopper
I've
pizza.
just been in prison for 10 years now. I'm out, la 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 la. Gonna go and punch an old lady. I think his name is Philip.
Chris shivved me and I don't mind. Sing it with me. Chris shivved me and I don't mind. He missed my organs and just hit my fat. It's helped me get my life on track and now I'm pretty skinny.
You found God. You found God. You found God. You found God.
I found God in a shiv. I found God in my shiv. And it told me, said God shivved me and he told me. Cause God shivved me and he saved me. I found God in a shiv.
I found God in a shift. He said Billy Joel is the way of life. You got to listen to the music, man. And you
God
won't
in a
get
shiv.
shivved again.
Cause Chris shivved me and I didn't mind.
And honestly, I wasn't so scared after that because they were so musically talented. They bought a saxophonist, they bought a beatboxer, they bought a drummer. It was wonderful. So I get up to my room and I can't call anybody or anything. Now it's about half 2, 3 in the morning. I eat the rest of my cold pasta, which Daryl's not happy about, obviously.
I cannot believe I can hear them eating pasta up there. It's cold. I can hear it from the sound. It's so cold. You can hear it so squelch.
I would have put it in the microwave for him.
I would have microwaved it for him. I'm making fresh pasta right now. I'm making it. Chris loves it. He says he loves the pasta.
So I go to bed, get the next morning. Right, it's all fine. Get back. I don't get a taxi this time. I've learnt my lesson. I got the bus.
Well done.
I get to the station. I get on the train. And I'm fuming about my experience. As you tell, it's been a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then it's a packed train. There's one seat next to me, and there's one seat at the back. And a man and his wife get on. Okay. An old man. He's about 75. His wife goes to the
I'll
back
go
of the
to
train.
the back of the train, I suppose. It'll be appalling for me to be away from my dear, but I will have to see you later.
All right, love. I'll catch you in a bit. Finally, some peace and quiet.
Oh.
Loved that Billy Joel concert last night.
I loved it too, man. What's your name?
Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. I'm Adam.
Hi, you guys. I'm on the back. Are you talking about me?
Shut up.
That's when I knew Thomas was mine. I'd ripped him apart from his wife. I could have given up my seat and gone and sat at the back, but I decided to split them up. I needed this man. He appreciated Billy Joel.
I love Billy, man. He's honestly one in a million. He's just, oh my God. How do I
finished
describe
the
Billy in
crossword,
one?
by the
Shut
way.
up. How do I describe Billy Joel in one word? Billy Joel. And that's
Exactly.
2 words. That's how much I like him.
What's your favourite Billy Joel song, Thomas?
Oh, the classics. The
Really?
ones on the Piano Man.
Yes, that is a great song.
Yeah.
Shall I put it on, Boris? Shall I put it on?
No, that's
You're
really
fine.
really-
I just feel really left out.
Fine. You know what? We'll just let her. Okay, can you go on, play Piano Man for us on this packed train?
With
Okay,
your tiny portable keyboard that
Yeah,
you
that
brought all the
tiny-
way to Manchester with.
Ding, 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 ding,
Just while she's playing, Thomas, I'm just getting a impression from this. Does your wife actually know who Billy Joel is?
No, she's to be fair, mate. She's been going senile for the last 10 years. We just I like Billy, but she just likes the music, man. She really, really likes the music. It helps her to connect with the outside world. You know, she remembers her
Okay.
memories and then forgets her memories again, and then remembers that she's remembered her memories, and then she forgets them again.
baby, tell me what you gotta say.
She has got quite a baritone for an 8-year-old woman.
Yeah, she
walking down
sounds-
this road from New York to Westerly, and I've been trying
I think she listened to a lot of Stevie Wonder in
All
her
I
head.
gotta know is maybe one day I will find this perfect love. Oh, Adam, baby, tell me what you
Gotta
gotta
say,
say,
you're-
cause you got nothing but a smile on that face, so pretty, baby. Oh, pretty smile.
I'll be filing for a divorce,
Maybe
Adam.
you
Are you
can
single?
go down this old mile. So, ooh,
She's looking at us
tell
like she
me
wants us to
what
join
you
in. Is
wanna
that something that
say.
you'd normally
Maybe
do?
you would take your time. Maybe you
You
would walk
take
my
your
way.
time.
Cause piano man,
Piano babes!
you're waking all these smiles.
Smiles.
You got nothing on your mind, but a perfect blue eyes. Cause piano man, cause Adam is quite old. He sees Billy Joel on his own.
That's not true.
Cause Darryl is there and he makes a piece of pie. Cause Piano Man is here and he wants to say goodbye.
Goodbye. See you later. This is the end now, love.
I don't know what to say, but will you walk my way, Piano Man?
Probably got her to shut up. I mean, honestly, how do you live with her like that?
Oh,
Well, I think
she's a
I'm having a heart
fantastic
attack.
shag, actually, even in her old age.
Okay, Thomas. And me and Thomas sat on that train and we talked about football. We talked about the World Cup for 4 hours. And at the end, I didn't feel so bad about being a granddad anymore.
Oh,
Lovely.
that is
story.
lovely.
That is beautiful.
Well, that's a lovely end to today's podcast. Goodbye.
You want me to stop?
Yes.